teach your brain how to think in English over the next 21 days. Hey there, I'm Teacher Prix, and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because every week I post different kinds of English lessons to help you become a better and more confident English speaker. So consider subscribing, and if you have already done so, I appreciate it. Hit the like button. But let's talk about the good stuff. Thinking in English and how for the next 21 days I'm going to give you a strategy so that you can condition your brain. Teach your brain to think in English because it is possible, but there are a few things you need to understand. Okay, so let's learn how to think in English. It is important. Guys, at this level, here on my channel, I help pre-intermediate and intermediate students. My goal with my lessons is to help students at this level to go from stuck to speaking in 6 months. And here, guys, at this transition level, because you're not a beginner anymore, if that's you, if you struggle to speak English, because when it's time to speak, in your head, you are constantly translating, going back and forth with your language, translating phrases. And as a result, because of that, you get stuck. If that is happening to you, you need this lesson. It is important for you to practice thinking in English because thinking in English will allow you to eliminate translation. There are other steps and other habits you need to include in your study routine, but this is an important one because it will allow you to think faster if you organize your thoughts, okay? So we need to organize your mind, and the practice that I'm going to recommend will do that, will help you with that. Okay, this is basically what I do with my BSA. My students, that's how I call my students from my academy. I remember I had this student, Josie, who she was giving me some feedback about her experience with the academy. And she told me that she was dreaming in English. Dreaming, yes, because she was studying and following the recommendations so well that she was dreaming in English and thinking, starting her day by planning her activities in her head, not with her voice, but in her head. She was planning in English. So why does that happen? Why did that happen to her and is happening to so many other students in my academy? Because of the process, because they understood the power of their brain and how to use their brain in their favor. And that's what I want to teach you today. But first of all, why 21 days? Priscilla, why not 7 days? Why not 1 day? Why not 10 days? What's up with 21 days? Because if you type 21 days on Google, on YouTube, you will find a lot of information, a lot of strategies and videos with the 21-day number, the 21 number. Now, first and foremost, thinking in English will not happen naturally, intuitively, like it does to native speakers. Native speakers were raised in English. Everything they heard and felt, the memories they created, the emotions they felt and associated with the language was in English. Everything was in English. So of course that when they start thinking, their immediate language is English, just as you do with your own language. So that is not what I am promising here, okay? Let's be realistic. What I will promise that is when you think of English, it happens more easily and naturally to the possibility of a non-native speaker, okay? So here, what I'm trying to say is there are studies that show that to form a habit, and I will explain, the bare minimum you need to start conditioning your brain of a new, important, or bad habit is 21 days. So the recommendations I'm going to give you, if you try for a week, it's not enough for your brain to understand that this is a habit. It is here to stay. It's going to be part of your routine. You need more. And this is with everything. It's not just with English. It's with drinking water. It is with going to the gym, sleeping early. To condition your brain to accept that as part of your life, you need minimum 21 days. And I will explain more about this number, okay? Because it's not 21 days is not enough. It's the start. So this means, guys, because it's not so natural to us, you need to be intentional with this practice. So don't expect that tomorrow you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm amazing. No, you won't. Okay. Now, repeating the cycle. You started with the 21 days. Your habit is not completely formed, meaning you will resist this practice. Even in 21 days, you will still resist. Your brain will resist. Our brain always resists changes, okay? Unless it is a bad habit, things that make you stay in your comfort zone. These things are easy for the brain to accept. Things that will make you be better, that will make you get out of your comfort zone, will be resisted by the brain. Your brain will be in defense mode. No, I don't want it, like a child, I don't want to do this. No, come on. So we need a bit more than 21 days. And according to research, the average, okay, is 66 days, okay? So you will need to repeat this consistently at least for 66 days to see changes, to see that, ooh, this is working. It's helping me. Oh, now I can start thinking in English much more easily. Wow, all right. 66 days, okay? But in 21, you will see a lot of changes if you do this consistently, okay? Why am I saying this? Because of the title of the video. I don't want to lie to you. In 21 days, you will be doing much better, but your brain will still resist the changes, the routine. In 66 days, you will be much better, but you will need to continue. Okay, it doesn't stop. It'll be part of your routine, but you have to keep going. It's just that after 66 days, you are more resilient and you start something more easily because you've been repeating it consciously and consistently for a while. Okay, now activities you need to do. We're going to start with 5 minutes. And I know that for some people, 5 minutes will be a lot. 5 minutes would be like, oh my God, I cannot think in English for 5 minutes. I don't know how to do it. In 20 seconds, I stop. So you will need to analyze. If this is too much for you, 1 minute, fine. If this is too much, if 1 minute is too much for you, 20 seconds, no problems. You will have to make that decision, okay? Based on your ability to do it. Because you really need to stop talking. Focus on your mind. And really make the phrases in your head in English. And that takes time. Some people cannot sit still. Some people can't shut up. It's hard for them. They need to speak, okay? So you will need to analyze that. For me, 5 minutes is easy. I think in English all day. I'm talking to myself in my mind all day. So, now, guys, disclaimer here. If you don't pick a subject, it'll be extremely difficult for you to put this into practice, okay? So I'm going to give you some activity ideas, but my recommendation is always combine the thinking in English exercise with a reading practice, a listening practice, or even a speaking practice or vocabulary practice. Don't just wake up one day and be like, drinking some coffee? Let's think in English. Let me put the timer, 5 minutes. Okay. No, that's not going to work, okay? You need direction. You need to give your brain clear directions. Otherwise, you will fail. You will be miserable and frustrated that it's not working. So you need to pick a subject, and I'm going to give you more specific ideas to help you with that, okay? Now, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Yes, it really helps. By subscribing to my channel, you become part of this family, part of this community. The reason why I come here every day is that I know that my lessons help people from all over the world. Not just to speak English, but achieve their dreams. And I wanted to become part of this community, beautiful students from all over the world. And if you're interested, I have an amazing study plan cycle. Check the link in the description of this video. I know it'll help you organize your study routine. Now, guys, activities. So here are things you can do. Planning your day. I plan my day, every day. And I do this in English because it is natural to me. But sometimes I start doing this in Portuguese, my language, and then I immediately become aware, oh, I'm doing this in Portuguese, why not in English? And then I switch the language. Oh, okay, so I have to do this. Okay, I have to go to the supermarket. I have to buy soap. Yeah, this was me this morning. Oh my God, I forgot soap again. I need to buy it. So I first started thinking in Portuguese because it's my language. All right. But then I became aware and I changed it to English. That's what is going to happen more easily if you repeat this consistently. The idea of thinking in English will come. Hey, I can do this in English. Okay. Okay. That's what I'm trying to say. It'll not happen intuitively like it does to Americans, Canadians, but you will remember to think in English. Like, hey, I can do this in English. And you will do it because you're conditioning your brain. Your brain's like a puppy. You need to teach your puppy, okay? So planning your day. Another thing, you can tell a story in your mind. You can pick any story and you can tell in your mind. You can tell a joke in your mind. You can tell a story. You can tell a story someone told you. You can describe your day at work. You can describe a meeting. You can describe your goals. These are all things you can do every day. You can pick a subject and you can for 1 minute, for 2 minutes, but consistently every day. You cannot skip. Oh, but it's Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, work. Okay, do the work every day. Don't stop for the next 21 days and then keep going to the 66 days. And after that, it is going to become a routine. Okay, it's going to be part of your routine. So you don't stop. Answering questions in English. My favorite one to practice Italian. I'm not as advanced in Italian as I am in English. I'm a teacher, okay? So in Italian, my favorite way to think in Italian is by answering questions. So I pick 2 questions, 3 questions, and bang, in my mind, okay? So this, in my opinion, is the easiest one to your level, pre-intermediate and intermediate level. If you are more advanced, you can try other things like answering more philosophical questions that are more intriguing, more enticing. You can level up the level of the question you're answering. Or as I said here, as I mentioned here, you can describe an article you read in English or a video you watched. Praying. Okay, you can pray. I do this every morning. I have moments in Portuguese and I have moments in English, okay? And I do it. You know, I pray in my mind or sometimes orally, but here the focus is on the mind, okay? If you believe in God or whatever, if you don't pray, okay? You don't need to pray if you don't want to. Only if you do. I don't know what religion you are, and it really doesn't matter to me. As long as it's good for you, it's helping you, and you're happy, good for you, okay? God bless you. Whatever the way you feel about it, I'm all good, all right? So maybe praying is not your thing. You don't like it, fine. So meditation or, an inspirational thought, that works. If that works for you, that's good. So you can step it up. And how often? To start noticing results, you would need to do this for at least 21 days. Non-stop, every day, 21 days, every day, 21 days, non-stop. Don't skip any day. And then to completely form the habit, to make it part of your routine, 66 days. But that does not mean that after 66 days, you will stop. Oh, okay, now I don't need to do it anymore because it's now in my mind. No, you will need to continue. But you will notice that the more you do it, the easier it gets to do it. And not just that, with time, you will notice that when it's time to study English, you will think more about English as you're studying, okay? You will also notice that the words will come to you more quickly. Yes, you will remember words because of all the hard mental work you're doing. That's my goal with this practice, actually, okay? I'm not trying to imitate native speakers. No, I'm just trying to speed up your thinking process, your reaction time, so that when someone asks you a question, bang, you stay in English. You analyze the information in English, and then bang, you go and you answer. So can you stop? No. This should be part of your routine, okay? That's my goal here. And finally, common challenges. What is going to happen to you when you implement this practice today? When you start today, 1 minute, you set the timer and let's go. You will not know the words. It'll happen, okay? So completely natural. There will be moments when you'll be like, ee, ee. I don't know. Oh my God. So this is going to happen to you. You will not know certain words. So my recommendation is grab a pencil or a pen, take notes. Oh, I don't know how to say this word. And continue. Oh, I don't know how to say this word. And continue. Once you finish the practice, then you Google the words. You will need to know the words. So this is nice. You're discovering your vocabulary weaknesses. That's good. Second thing that is going to happen, your phrases will be very short. When you start doing this, you will not be able to have long and meaningful mental, thoughts and dialogues in English. You will gradually improve. Don't expect to be like going on and on and on in your mind, like, oh my God, I'm amazing. No, your phrases will be short, will be very limited, and with time, you will be able to connect ideas more easily. And the third common challenge that you will face is you will get distracted. Yes, because we're humans. We easily get distracted. So you will hesitate a lot, you will take breaks, you will get distracted, you will think in your language, you will feel thirsty, you will feel hungry, you will need to go to the bathroom. Your brain will find a million reasons to make you wanna stop. Keep going. Because if you keep going with time, practice, patience, and dedication, this practice will help you have better conversations in English, remember words in English, and not get stuck when it's time to speak. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel, get my study plan cycle, but other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!